Every single time you relapse and you think that you failed, then this is the main problem. This is why you are still addicted. And in this video, I will explain you two things that push you to go on relapse, okay? And if you generally do what I'm gonna tell you in this video, you will overcome this addiction, because I've made countless amount of people overcome this addiction. That means there is no way you cannot overcome this addiction if you don't follow the strategies that I'm gonna tell you in this video, okay? The first one is your identity, okay? So think about it. The reason why you are relapsing in the first place is because you believe that you are addicted. You believe that the main problem is not you. It's not the way you perceive pornography. It's your identity. You think that you are addicted, but it's not the case. You are not addicted. And the reason why you are not addicted is because you are using pornography as a coping mechanism. So if you think about it here for a second, the reason why you use pornography as a coping mechanism is because you cannot handle those emotions that you are feeling on a day-to-day basis, or right before you go on relapse. Okay, so let's say, for example, because I've had countless amount of calls and a lot of people told me that it's because of boredom. If you cannot handle boredom, then obviously what's gonna happen is you need some stimulation. And if you want to make yourself stimulated, you need a very high dopamine hit. And obviously you can go for instant gratification, which is, you probably guessed it, pornography, okay? Or pornography, masturbation, and have an orgasm, which is PMO. So if you are doing this, understand that that's why you will believe that it's a problem. But that's not the main problem, once again. That's not the root cause of the problem. The root cause of the problem is the emotions that comes right before you go and watch pornography and relapse and think about it in the first place, okay? Because think about it, right? Our subconscious mind is 95%, and our conscious mind is 5%. If you think about pornography in your conscious mind, in your subconscious mind actually, then there is something that pushed you to activate it, okay? To really understand, oh wait, I can just use pornography in your subconscious mind. And then obviously if you go and, watch the video, that means you made it in your conscious mind. You are conscious that you are about to watch a video, and that's the reason why you are excited. Your heart starts to bump even harder, you feel a little bit weird. Sometimes you have some stress in your stomach. So once again, it depends on each person. So the reason why you are using, once again, pornography as a coping mechanism is because of those emotions that you felt right before. And I really cannot emphasize this enough. That's the main problem. The problem is the things, the emotions that you feel right before you go on relapse. It's not actually the relapse. You didn't fail because you relapsed, and you didn't fail at all, obviously. The reason why you relapse is because of those emotions. So I will give you more examples. I gave you the boredom one. A lot of people feel stressed, and when you feel stressed, you will activate a thing called the CRH loop, the corticotropin releasing hormone, okay? And cortisol is the hormone of the stress. But because us men, specifically men, not women, women, they can handle stress a little bit, but not like men, okay? And especially if you have like a chronic stress. You see, if you have chronic stress, you will be conscious that you are using pornography a lot, okay? So the reason why, once again, you watch pornography in the first place and you're masturbating and so on is because you feel stressed. And when you're gonna feel stressed, this will basically make you calm for the next couple hours or maybe minutes. You can go from minutes to hours, okay? But think about it once again. The next time when you're gonna feel stressed, you will go and relapse again. So that's the main problem, is that the emotions that you feel in the first place is what push you to go and relapse. And because you think that the relapse is bad or you failed, once again, you will create this thing called the guilt loop. Okay, it's like a shame cycle. It's like, oh no, I relapsed again. I feel so ashamed. Especially if you're Christian and watching this video, or Muslim. Okay, if you're religious, if you're spiritual, you will feel this guilt. And for most of people, they feel guilty, they feel like shit and so on. And that's the main problem. Okay, so that's the first thing, your identity. The second thing, the reason why you come back and keep relapsing is because you see value in pornography. And I really cannot emphasize this enough. Okay, so the reason why you see value in pornography, once again, it's linked to the first point. It's because you are using it as a coping mechanism. So your nervous system is used to it. Your body is compatible to it. So I'll give you an example of a hormone that a lot of people know, which is testosterone. So think about it. If you want to boost your testosterone as a man, right, it's really that easy. You need to have a very specific lifestyle. And when you're gonna have this specific lifestyle, your body will get used to it. And because your body will get used to it, your body will be compatible with it. That means your body in this environment needs to produce more dopamine, more testosterone, obviously. So then you can adapt to the environment. So I can give you a quick little example. A very competitive environment, okay? So if you wake up every single day, you slept good, okay? You ate some eggs or something for breakfast, but then you went and did some wrestling or kickboxing or something that is very competitive. What's gonna happen is you're gonna improve your testosterone, okay? And even go into the gym as well, okay? But it has to be something very competitive, if that makes sense. And this is what will push you to go and have this amount of testosterone that will rise, okay? And also your diet. So it's the same thing with the way you perceive pornography as something valuable. Your nervous system will be compatible with it. It's like, oh wait, I'm just gonna send a signal to my brain that, oh, now I'm stressed, now I'm bored. Let me go and use pornography, because that's the only regulator you can use in order to overcome the main problem that you have, which is either stress, boredom, frustration, sad, depressed, whatever you want to call it. So those are the 2 points. The first one is obviously the identity. You believe that that's the main problem, but it's not, because of the emotions that you feel right before that will push you to go on relapse. That's the main problem. And then the second one, which is value. And if you think about it for a second, is there any value in pornography? No. Because if you think about it logically, that's why you need a very specific mindset. If you basically want to overcome addiction, you need a very specific mindset, like I've said previously, right? And this mindset is like, oh, I don't see value in pornography. Because if you use it as a coping mechanism, it's just gonna make the things worse, okay? And especially when you're gonna have a girlfriend. This is why most of people, or there is a big percentage of people, when they have a girlfriend or they marry or whatever, something like this, they just basically stop watching pornography. Because if I tell you right now, if I tell you I'm about to give you $1 billion, $1 billion, but the only thing that you have to do is overcome addiction, would you do it? Would you actually do it? Think about it for a second. If you want to answer this question, let me know in the comments, okay? So obviously for most of the people, they're gonna be like, yes, that's a no-brainer. I would do it for literally for only $1 million or 10 grand or whatever. It's because you are using it as a coping mechanism, and that's the main problem, okay? So that's it. That's the only thing you have to do, is understand both of those little points. And if you want to overcome addiction, and I guarantee you they will make you overcome addiction, the only thing that you have to do is go check the first link in the description. And if you cannot, hop on the call, on the discovery call, then I advise you to watch this video. It's a mini course that will show you how you can overcome addiction. And most of people overcome addiction with only one coaching session. And this is the one that most of people watched. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And remember that life is all about lessons. Learn as much as you can. I love you. Take care of yourself. Mwah.